It's Monday, so welcome back to 42nd Street Pete's Grindhouse. Really weird cinema edition, and I did promise you a handful of sugar cookies for this week. So we'll go with Sugar Cookies from 1971, a Trauma Team release. See, Trauma not only made Toxic Avenger and Class of Nukem High and other movies, they picked up films for release, for distribution, like Blood-Sucking Freaks, GI Executioner, and Sugar Cookies. And this is basically a three-person act. It's Lynn Lowrey, Mary Wornov, and I can't remember the male lead because he's forgettable. His name's Max. But anyway, Camila, and Alta, played by Mary Wornoff and Lynn Lowrey. And I guess it said introducing Lynn Lowrey, so this was her first big role. And she's wearing a brunette wig in this one, and there's this whole weird sequence where they're acting stuff out in this one room, and Max shows up with a gun, and Max basically puts it in her mouth and kills her. And then calls up Camila to have an alibi for where he was. And they make it look like that Alta committed suicide for some reason. This is Max as a control freak being a power over this whole fucking thing. So now they meet a girl named Julie, again Lynn Lowrey in a dual role, who sort of reminds them of Alta. And they start grooming her to be like Alta. Only there's like a gay relationship that develops between her and Camila, and which basically takes up a lot of the film. Plus, Lynn's naked half the time in the film, and so is Mary, which makes it easier to watch. And Mary's kind of a presence because she's just got legs that don't quit and that long hair and stuff. But anyway, the seduction keeps going on, and Camila shows Julie the gun and how Max does stuff and how she shouldn't be afraid, this and that and the other thing. Well, of course, they get into this situation toward the end of the film where Max wants to do the same thing, only the tables are turned and Julie kills him. And she turns to Camila for help, and basically she says she set the whole thing up. She says, I was grooming you, but you're no Alta. I was in love with Alta. I'm not in love with you. I basically wanted to get Max, but couldn't do it myself, so I had to use you. So she leaves Julie standing there holding the gun, completely bewildered and not knowing what to do, as Camila makes a phone call to another girl who basically establishes her alibi as she gets in a car and drives away. Another one of those downbeat 70s endings, pretty early in the 70s, because it's 71. It's a tightly directed film. It's really quite good, following the build-up and not knowing what's going to happen or whether Julie's going to be the next victim or not. And then it turns around and she's not. The whole thing was a fucking setup. And that she was betrayed, lied to, and eventually left holding the bag. So definitely worth the look. One of the worthwhile Trauma releases to check out. Did an interview this weekend for Bill Ackerman, who has a podcast called Supporting Characters, and as soon as I know when that's going to air, I'll let you know, because it was pretty intense. So other than that, trying to take care of Blanca with this paw allergy situation. Everybody's sort of holding tight, and all we can do is, just keep on swimming, for lack of better words, because somebody once told me years ago, you're a shark and you should never stop swimming, because sharks stop swimming and they drown, and you don't want to drown. So I keep on swimming. So until next show, thanks for subscribing, thanks for tuning in. Above all, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the flip side.